Okay, are we live? I accidentally closed a YouTube tab that's meant to inform me on the health of the stream, so I'm just going to assume I am live. Ask if I don't. We need to first consult Zigzagoon for the luck. Zigzagoon will watch over us, and Abigail is wishing us good luck as well. Okay. This is a fairly big deal. It's taken a long time to build up this streak. We are in factory, so quick background. At the end of 2023, LRXC got 155. And he has a great video going over the first 119 battles of that. And hopefully I pass it today. Basically, whether or not I pass today, it's all going to come down to the first draft. So the first draft is matches 148 to 154. If I get a good draft, it's not guaranteed, but it's very, very likely to happen. It would be fairly devastating to lose, of course. Even after I get through the first draft, I have to win one more match to tie and 2 more matches to get world record. So yeah, if everything goes well, we'll reach 161. Everything goes to plan. And just a warning: I do not like playing with the Battle Factory Buddy. LRXC's record was also not set with it. I don't have a problem with anyone who chooses to play with it, but I don't. It's just how it goes. And also, I'm not going to rush. Like, it's taken a long time to get this far, so if I have to take my time, I'm going to. I give myself permission to go slowly. But usually, there's a famous saying in chess, which is, long think, bad think. Okay, the first opponent doesn't matter. No type. High risk. That's okay. High risk is for those who don't know, high risk is moves like Hyper Beam, Double Edge, Reversal, Overheat, Facade. It's moves you can consider having a downside, basically. I would say high risk is not a good. Okay, we start off with Registeel. That's very interesting. Anyway, I was going to say with the chess thing. Often, a good player, your initial knee-jerk reaction on the best idea is usually correct, and you risk talking yourself into a bad idea by going too far down. So I would like this to be Registeel 1. Registeel 1 would be best. It's quiet, so it's not Registeel 1, it's Registeel 2. And I'm going to have to restart the server. I meant to start running that properly. We go back. So yeah. In the stream today, I'm going to be running this. This is screen capture software, which grabs the Pokemon being shown in the draft. It'll also work in the battles, just to give the viewers a chance to understand what's going on if you're not familiar with the Frontier. I actually can't see it, but that's okay. I will not be taking any shortcuts today. We'll be doing plenty of damage calcs if I feel it's necessary. Anyway, so I'm not a big fan of Registeel 2, but it might end up being taken. I'm also not a big fan of Crobat 1. It's not bad. It at least has a stab move, but the problem with Crobat 1 is that you get isolated on the only coverage being Poison, and Poison isn't a great offensive type. Bite and Astonish are very rarely useful. Hey, Louie. And Screech is okay. So it's not bad. I would like 2 good Pokemon. Registeel 2 is sort of like almost acceptable. Okay, that's very good. It's not a recover Milo, but Milo 2 is very functional, of course. The thing about Gen 3 is that in Gen 3, of course, the only weakness a water type has is to electric and grass, and those are both moves that you can use Mirror Coat on because of the pre-physical special split. So Mirror Coat waters are very good in Gen 3. That's terrible. So Shuckle 2 might be a contender for the worst Pokemon in the Frontier. We're definitely not taking Shuckle. Okay. Salamence 3 is a very, very welcome sight. It's not the best Salamence set, but Mixed Salamence is, I think, slightly underrated. The lack of speed is bad, but the thing is, because enemy Pokemon in the Frontier, they're free IV, the fact that Salamence is base 100 speed, that's base 120 at level 50, the enemy Lati sets that don't run speed, which is 14 out of 16 of them, they're slower than Salamence. So even without speed investment, this Salamence is plenty fast. Okay. Okay. So, it's going to be an interesting round. I did not get lucky with the draft. If I had got lucky with the draft, it would have been something of a formality to reach 154. A good draft in Factory, you're extremely likely to go through without many problems, but at least this isn't a terrible draft. This is far from a terrible draft. I'm just going to have to think about what I want to do. Like, my preference usually is to lead off with Intimidate. Intimidate is just a good way to start a match. A lot of the things that you are afraid of facing are handled partially by Intimidate. I think I probably am going to lead Salamence. I can't see myself working out of that. Milotic 2 is definitely coming. Of course, Milotic 2 does not have any form of recovery, which means Milotic 2 being switched in is a fairly committal decision, particularly early on in the game. Middling Turbulence here. It could be much worse. I'm not going to complain. The first match is High Risk, High Return, which I'm just thinking about Registeel. Like, a lot of High Risk, High Return mons. Like, first up, Fire is quite common in High Risk, High Return because of Overheat. But also a lot of mons that have something like Double Edge also have Earthquake. And it's not that Earthquake kills Registeel. Nowhere close, but Registeel 2 just has this thing where it gets this annoying lack of power. It can't kill things fast enough. We're not taking Shuckle 2. It's a serious stream. I don't think I can take Lantern, though. It's such a weird Pokemon. I don't really need the Thunder Wave support, which is the main reason you take Lantern 1. Lantern 1 is, of course, famous for a different thing, which is that Lantern 1 has 3 slow and steady moves. It's a slow and steady activator on its own. That's what it's famous for. I don't know. It's probably Salamence, Milotic, Registeel, and I'm probably looking to drop Registeel for just anything else good. The good thing about Salamence Milotic is that there's good type synergy there. I'm slightly weak into enemy electrics. Okay, Lantern's not Volt Absorb. That probably is the kiss of death for Lantern. I don't think I'm going Crobat. Like, if ironically Crobat 1 would be much better with speed investment. It's weird to see Crobat 1 this late into Factory. It's normally an early rounds one. I think we're going Salamence, Milo, Registeel. It's time to stop wasting time. At least Registeel can come in on ice. And we don't care if Registeel gets frozen as much. So in the current start of the stream, I put Latios 1 3 times, but I'll replace that. So my team will be on the bottom of the screen. I need to enter that now. Salamence 3, Milotic 2, and Registeel 2. And if I swap and forget to update that, just shout at me. Why on earth does Lantern have a Cherry Berry? Well, in Gen 3, you can hit electric types and Pokemon with Volt Absorb with Thunder Wave. But yes, Lantern is not a particularly fast Pokemon. Registeel, of course, is famously on the LRXC thumbnail for 155. Yeah, because we're playing without Buddy, whenever something switches in, I am going to go in. My fellow emotionally dead. It's fine, I won't be emotionally dead if I get this. No, Shuckle is awful. It's X-Bloud. So again, I'm going to be running through the way that the factory works a lot. It's just to help me focus. So X-Bloud, because it's high risk, high return, it's likely to be an X-Bloud with a high risk, high return move, which is counter on X-Bloud 2, and then X-Bloud 3 and X-Bloud 4 both have Overheat, and those are also high risk moves. So basically, it's not very likely to be X-Bloud 1 in relative terms. Am I really that monotone? I don't mean to be. Maybe it's my superpower. Anyway, I'm concerned about X-Bloud. X-Bloud 3 is going to use Ice Beam. I think the issue is I don't really want to have to come back in on Overheat aimed at Registeel as well. And I also don't appreciate going Milo here, even if it is X-Bloud 3. It's a bit of a rough start. It can be too. Unfortunately, the item clause does not apply in Gen 3. So obviously Milo has a focus band and X-Bloud 2 has a focus band, but the enemy can have the same item as you. In Gen 4 they can't, but in Gen 3 they can. I think I probably have to go Registeel here. I think if I go Milo and Ice Beam freezes Milo, I could genuinely then potentially lose. Oh, no. We saw White Herb. Oh my god, No, we saw White Herb. I did catch that before I looked over the chat at least. But honestly, that's just even more reason to switch. Yeah. Okay, it's obviously X-Bloud 4. Great start to the game, just getting White Herb. So we don't really want to stay in on Overheat. It is not guaranteed to use Overheat, of course. Because Overheat has slightly different AI in Gen 3 than Gen 4. Weirdly, it probably is best to just go back into Settlements. Looks a bit wonky, but I don't really want to go Milo. If I go Milo on an Earthquake crit, then Mega Kick can kill on the turn after that. And Milo won't one-shot X-Bloud. Go back to Ments. Hopefully it's Earthquake. It's okay. It shouldn't do more than 30-ish. Yeah. Quite a bit more, okay. I also have to lock it on the damage. I don't want to have to open a damage calc for every single interaction, though. So here we are risking Mega Kick crit, but there's nothing we can do about that. There's no way to one-shot this. I'm going to Earthquake to avoid taking recoil damage. I would love a Mega Kick miss. Okay, that's fine. And we went first, so it can't do a resist switch. We are happy to Earthquake again. I don't fully trust the damage on Crunch. So the thing to remember about this is that it's still another high-risk move somewhere in the back. So it's quite likely to be Hariyama 1 or 3, since they have Counter and Facade respectively. On the other hand, Hariyama 2 and 4 still have a super effective move against elements, and therefore are slightly more likely to be chosen as a switch-in against the other Pokemon. What else do we know? We also know that there's no fighting or normal in the back. I'm quite tempted to Endure here, but it kind of doesn't matter. I'm kind of just risking Ice Punch Freeze for no reason then. It's tricky. I might have to sack. What I'm leaning towards, the gut reaction is Double Edge and Surf, and let Salamence die, and hope that the final Pokemon isn't something I needed Salamence for. That probably is the case though, because Registeel also has Earthquake. So this Salamence does not have Stab, Dragon, or Flying. We've already seen the Fighting type. I probably do stay in. But we definitely Double Edge here. Because if it's Hariyama 1, Double Edge, even Double Edge Surf might not kill. What's the alternative? Because I don't want to risk a freeze on the other two. And the other two can't really stay in against a cross chop either. So, yeah, not after taking damage. Just get it done. I think that's Hariyama 1. Maybe it's 3 or... It doesn't really matter though. I would always go Milotic against all of them. No Quick Claw at least. Okay, it is 1. Luckily, Counter in Gen 3 is... Well, in Gen 3 and Gen 4 it's broken. It's meant to promote the use of Counter against Pokemon with a physical type in terms of the physical special pre-split. But it does the wrong lookup, and it thinks that Water and all the special types are actually physical, and therefore it promotes Counter. I should have actually used Ice Beam because of the potential of Focus Band. It can literally be anything, I believe. We've already activated High Risk, and there's no flexibly adaptable scenario here, I can imagine. So yeah, just Quick Claw or Bright Powder. Okay. GG. What ended LRXC's world record streak? Unfortunately, LRXC had a small misplay involving Exploud and Metagross, if I remember correctly. It is very difficult. Like, the thing you've got to understand about the factory is no matter what it might look like when you watch me or anyone else play, the number of misplays is very high. Like, I think the best players in the world, they make a mistake about once every 2 or 3 games. Of course, the worst players basically make errors every single game. It is very difficult to play Factory perfectly. And if you do make a mistake, the way that the Frontier has a supernatural sense of how to punish is depressing. It feels like it's waiting for you to make a mistake, and then it also hits you with the bad luck. That is not how it works in the code, I know, but... Okay, so it's Water Free-Spirited. The overlay should update to show more water types in the first and third rows based on that, but water is a very common type in the factory. Yeah, the Registeel set is something, I agree. So we got no idea what Aggron set that was. It was Exploud 4 and Hariyama 1. We could argue that Hariyama 1 is better than Registeel. The thing you've got to remember about these swaps is that that Hariyama was 3 IV and our Registeel is 31 IV. Which means our Registeel is actually faster. Even though we're quiet base 50. What percentage of factory gameplay is down to simply down to luck? There's different ways of answering that question, right? So I would say in Gen 3, I think perfect play in Gen 3, you can get a average win rate, like your chance to win a random battle. I think it's about 99% with perfect play. So I think the loss chance comes in about 1%, which is actually slightly lower than it is in certain other facilities. However, Factory is so difficult, and Perfect Play is so far out of reach for basically everyone that the true effect of luck is probably larger than this. Yeah. And I'm really sorry if I don't read as much chat. I would very much like to beat the record. So, it's water. There are actually quite a lot of water types are a problem for Registeel. You would think it's fine because of Thunderbolt, but Thunderbolt is coming off 127 special attack. It's not great. Because obviously we're 116 and then we're quiet. That's 127. A lot of water types also have a Earthquake set. The thing I'm most scared of though is probably the Oko. Luckily the Oko moves that are not sheer cold are high risk, and this isn't a high risk game. Also reduces the chance of countercoat from the waters. It's a serious thing to think about though, because obviously most set 4 waters have Ice Beam. Ice in general is common on water types. That's a problem for Celements. Milo doesn't have good coverage into waters. And Registeel is an unreliable bad Pokemon. There are slight differences. So Platinum and Heart Gold Soul Silver, the way that the Thornton AI boss works on Silver and Gold prints are flipped. I have a YouTube short about it. Very small difference. It doesn't really matter. I think I can't swap though. I think Hariyama 1 is like bad. Because I have to hit cross chop, so I'm gonna just go in. Yeah, I mean, with the IV advantage, Sediments is pretty strong. Okay. It's unlikely to be Blissey 1 and 2 because they almost trigger Slow and Steady on their own. It's not a Slow and Steady opponent. It's also a bit unlikely to be Blissey 4 because of counter almost triggering high risk. But most likely is Blissey 3, which would use Blizzard here. The risk of Serene Grace is very high on the freeze. Is your current team even good? So because I have 31 IV Pokemon and I'm against 3 IV opponents, my current team is actually quite good, yes. I've got no idea if they've got proper collision or not. That is a good question. You can check it in the one-man sitter. Do I want to go... I mean, there's another aspect to this, which is that if I switch out of Blissey 1, I'm kind of in massive trouble. Because Registeel 4 probably only barely 4-shots Blissey 1 with Earthquake. I might have to stay in because of Blissey 1. I guess the question then becomes, do I Earthquake or Double Edge? Because obviously the recoil from Blissey is massive, but the extra power of Double Edge is better, particularly if I'm going to get hit by Blizzard. I really hate this. My instinct is just Earthquake. Blizzard won't... Blizzard probably doesn't kill me, right? It's just the freeze. I might lose if it is Blissey 1. I'm very aware of that. I think I have to stay in. I would love to switch to Registeel, but I have to stay in, actually. The thing is, Blissey 1 is going to stall out all my PP. Okay. I mean, I really want to use Double Edge. I'm definitely dead. I'm dead to both Ice Beam and Blizzard at +1, there's no doubt. I just Double Edge here. I could go to... It's tricky. Unfortunately, Blissey is, because Blissey is base 55 speed, and it's free IV, I'm actually faster with it than Registeel, which is a problem because it can use Soft Boiled. Yeah, I think Double Edge probably is a roll, but there's no point doing anything else, right? Because I'm dead if it hits me. Oh, maybe I should have used Double Edge on turn 1. What is that damage? Okay. I mean, it's okay. Sediments probably was not that useful against the waters, hopefully. Who do I want to be out? More importantly, who do I want to send in if it does get a Focus Band activation? I think I have to go Registeel. Oh, that roll is quite significant. I have to go Registeel in case of Focus Band, I think. I'm going to Ice Punch. I'm actually unironically scared about not killing. That's Ethereal. Okay, I need a kind switch in here. Okay. Is quite likely to be 3 or 4 because of Earthquake being super effective. If it's 2, that's fine. I don't mind Gyarados 2 as well. The worst case scenario would be the least likely one, which is Gyarados 1. There it is. Thanks, Tristan. Yeah, we can T-Bow. Obviously, 1 and 4 live. 1 and 4 both have special defense investment. They will live T-Bow easily. Anyway, I'd never switch here. Use an Earthquake. It's a crit. Okay. That's probably 4. Probably is 4 and not 3. Yeah, that sucks so much, dude. Like, now Registeel dies if I stay in. I really thought I would be okay staying in, but it's not only is it 1 or 4, it's also crit me. The damage that Milo takes is very significant if I switch. Very significant. And it's also going to use Rest on the following turn anyway. This is horrendous. I do have a good plan. My cunning plan is to have Bright Powder activate. That would be by far the best thing to do. After that, I don't know, because if I sack Registeel, it's just going to it's going to be a Milo 1v1 with a final Water type. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, what if the final Water type is a Water Absorb Pokemon? What if the final water type is like Tentacruel? Yeah, Mence died to Blissey. Mence did its job, to be fair. Removing Blissey was a very big deal. Cursed Quagsire would be unbelievably cursed, particularly if it did get the right ability. I think I probably do save Registeel. 39 is an awkward amount of HP, right? Like, I'm dead to most Surfs. Most water types do run a water move. Registeel is dead to Surf. Most water types are obviously faster than Quiet Registeel, even with the IV gap. If I switch to Milo, I might as well just Ice Beam, right? The temptation to open up the spreadsheet and just go through every single water type is very high. I know it's not high risk. That does eliminate some of them. I am obviously very, very concerned about Lapras last. The issue is that Lapras is, because it's base 60, it's also faster than Registeel. I should have taken the Hariyama, shouldn't I? That's the problem. Is it Lantern a major threat? Yep. Well, at least I do have Mirror Coat. The issue, if it was like Lapras last, what would I even click? I probably would have to click Mirror Coat. The water type in the back does not have a fighting move. That's another piece of information. So, and because it's not high risk, that means it's not Blastoise, for example. Every Blastoise set has a fighting move or a countercoat move. I'm so pissed off that Earthquake crit. That actually just ruins everything. No, I do agree. The issue is that Registeel at 39 HP, it's dead to most Surfs. Like, for example, a Surf from a raw attack stat of 100 would be a roll to kill Registeel. I know that. And most special attack base stats on waters, most of them are high. It would have to be a slow water. It would have to be like Slowbro, Slowking. Which would also be a problem for Milo. Yeah, if I get a place of the Bright Powder out, I might as well do it now, right? Bright Powder is as likely to activate now as it is later on. There are some things that could happen, like it could be a rest set. I could bring Registeel in while it's resting. That's possible. I do think the best idea is to just simply activate Bright Powder right now. Does Milo even win? I'd be favoured into most of them. The scary ones are very scary though. No, I think I'm just gonna Thunderbolt. Well, at least it didn't Dragon Dance on turn 1 into a Earthquake crit. That would have been worse. Okay, additional question, I guess, that I didn't think about until right now. Do I Surf to maintain Ice Beam PP? Because all of the problematic waters at the end would be Pokemon I would be using Ice Beam against. On the other hand, if I'm wrong about the damage, I'm in so much trouble because it's going to use Rest. It's not a speed tie because I have the IV advantage. I am 31 IVs. My opponent is 3 IV. I'm going to do the damage calc for Surf though, it's worth it. Minimum roll is 35. That's a problem. Because the HP bar rounds down. So that, in other words, there is a chance I don't kill. What waters would need 10 Ice Beams? The bulky ones. Definitely the bulky ones. The ones with Rest. I would want as many chances to crit those as possible. Feels like a micro optimization. It's just behind the gender sign on Gyarados. That's not good. Let's quickly work it out. So Blissey 4 was Carmine counter softballed Ice Beam. That's Endurance high risk preparation. Gyarados for Rest is Endurance and Dragon Dance is preparation. So it's not Vaporeon 3 or 4, which is really, really good news. Because those are both calm. It has to be Vaporeon 1 or 2. I always beat Vaporeon 1 because I can Mirror Coat Surf. If it's Vaporeon 2, I'm in trouble. It's going to Body Slam. So Marvel Scale can save me because if Marvel Scale activates, I can then go for the Mirror Coats on Surf. I don't know who wins if there's no hacks and it just Body Slams and I just Ice Beam. I don't know who wins. That'll be a damage roll race. I definitely don't want to use Safeguard though. Because if it paralyzes me, that actually makes me more likely to win the game. I think I might lose to Vaporeon 2, honestly. I'm worried about Shell Bell. Yeah, I mean, it's got Water Absorb, so I have to attack. I have to attack with Ice Beam. There is no choice. The only choice I have is to... I don't Mirror Coat on the first turn. I have plenty of time against Vaporeon 1. I play as if it is... Vaporeon 2. And I don't want to Safeguard because I don't want to stop Marvel Scale from activating. Yeah, I don't know how likely I am to lose here, like maybe 20%. It's been 3 years. Yeah, I mean, this is the lowest world record in Gen 3, but it is still a very strong one. Oh. Well, that's fine. My fate is in the hands of however the hacks goes here, I guess. Okay, yeah, true. Shadow Ball is only slightly weaker. It's gonna be so close, dude. If it crits me. Honestly, if it paralyzes me at this point, I'm still actually in some real trouble, right? Yes! Oh, yes. Stay it. And the crit as well. Yes, if it got a Spadef drop, I can go for the Mirror Coat on Surf. Okay. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie. Blissey, it's not over. I shouldn't actually talk yet. Blissey, Gyarados, Vaporeon, that is a pretty cursed trio. Oh, I love Freeze. Freeze is my favourite status condition when I get it. Parasitize is blessed to run. This is not Champions Freeze, no. It's not Gen 1 Freeze, but it was there, I guess. Fake tension. Oh, this is a decision. This is a big decision. Fire. Fire without high risk. That's fairly unusual. Okay, well, obviously, I think I have to take Blissey. Blissey Sediments is such a good duo. Blissey plus Water type is also such a good duo. I think it is the end of Registeel. I don't think I can go Gyarados because of the massive weakness to Electric, particularly when Gyarados and Sediments are both slow sets. And Vaporeon, it's just worse Milo. I would like to take Gyarados. I just think if I take Gyarados, like, what do I do against, like, Electabuzz? Late game, like, Electabuzz, like, I'd be in so much trouble, right? Luckily, Fire is a terrible type. I'm very, very unlikely to lose the next match. It would only be like Blaziken free shenanigans. Anyway, the most broken Pokemon by far in the Frontier is Blissey. Thanks, Will. Thanks, Will. We'll have to remember to update my overlay as well. Put Blissey 4 in. I can see the argument for keeping Registeel, but I'm going to take the Blissey. Go on, send out Magmar. Send out Magmar, send out Flareon. I'd even take Entei. Okay. I don't kill, but I'm still going to go for the Earthquake. I guess the real question is what I do against Entei 2 if it leads off with Reflect, and I think it's fine. It is free-spirited, it's unlikely to be Entei 3. Entei 1 would be the worst one. Okay. It is 1 or 4, obviously. This can get a bit scary with pressure. The issue is if it's Entei 1, I can't go Blissey yet. Okay. Please hit it. Why did I ask for Entei? I'm very, very, very tempted to go to Milo. Thanks for the good luck. Oh. One more? Like it's very unlikely there's another pressure user on the team. It probably is Entei 4 and not Entei 1. This is giving me flashbacks of my level 50 doubles loss, which was to double team. I just missed every single move against the double team Umbreon. I think I might go for another one. With only 2 left after this, obviously we enter the picture of what if I need Earthquake for the other non-fire type. We also enter into the picture of what if Entei burns me. How much does Bite hurt Blissey? Basically doesn't touch it at all. It could still be Entei 1, it's just very unlikely. I do not want to go Blissey if it's Entei. If it's Entei 1. I do not want to give Entei 1 that many chances to crit Flamethrower and kill Blissey. I think I'm going to go Milo as like a middle ground. I will be really pissed off if it does Calm Mind here. That will be very, very annoying. Yeah. It's very likely to be 4. He hasn't reflected yet, but Reflect has strange AI in terms of how it looks up your physical and special types. It's not very likely to use Reflect. Reflect was also HP dependent on being below 50%. I'm going to Surf. It has to be 4. Like, Blissey versus Entei is weird, right? Because Bite is 25 PP. So Bite, Flamethrower together. Well, it's just use 1, so it has 39 combined remaining. Reflect is 20 PP. So that's 59. Like, it's going to PP stall Blissey. And until it uses up every single bite and flamethrower, it's never going to make sense to switch out. So, I can't really PP stall it with Blissey. Particularly because it has pressure for Ice Beam and counter. Let's just hit Surf. Come on. Just hit Surf. Bruh. Try my best to not tilt here. Thank you. Okay. Was Blissey natural cure? We haven't actually checked yet. So that's a good question. We can check now. Rapidash. Okay. It's fine. It's not Gen 4. There's no Horn Drill. Erico can miss, yes. We are Serene Grace. Which is not great. Yeah, at +6 evasion, it's 3 over 9. So the way evasion accuracy works is it's 3 over 3 plus the boosted stat. So yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to Surf. I am thinking strongly about Hypnosis as the main punishment. What we could do there is we can just go Blissey. And it can waste its overheats. Okay. Wasted life on using the solar beam. Yeah, I mean, the thing to understand about Factory is everyone plays fast at the beginning. But the longer your streak goes on, the more sunk cost kicks in. And the more you don't want to rush decisions. Okay, so it's Nidoking last. It's not 1, because that's high risk on its own. Apart from that, don't know. Oh, no. It was Rapidash. It was Overheat Rapidash. So it has to be Nidoking 2 or 4, since they're not high risk. Yeah. Does it ever matter? Am I ever switching? I don't think so. Don't want to switch into Thunder. Don't want to switch into... The Thunder Earthquake duo is a bit annoying, right? Oh, there's no hacks items anyway. Shellbell. Okay, grinding for settlements in platinum. Which video? Have I ever shilled settlements in one of my videos? I think I kind of spent most of the XD video insulting it, right? Yeah, Milo's got good special attack. Like, 125 is nothing to scoff at. Base 125. Okay. Normal high risk is... It is low-key the Snorlax quote. Well, the deadliest Snorlax quote. There are plenty of normal types that are not Snorlax that have moves like Facade and Double Edge, though. So, controversial opinion, I think Settlements is probably better in the Gen 3 facilities than it is in the Gen 4 ones. Mostly because it's so badly outshone by Garchomp. Salamid. What did we see? So, Nidoking died, but it was 2 or 4. We saw Solar Beam, Rapidash 3, and it was Entei 4? It could have actually been Entei 1, couldn't it? We didn't fully guarantee. We just reasoned that it was extremely likely to be 4. Because Entei 1 is double prep, but I don't think the others could have activated prep. Salamence is okay in Hall, but a lot of Pokemon are good in Hall, right? This might be a counter Blissey moment. That is my prediction for this game, anyway. I don't think we're swapping. I feel like high risk, high return normal. The chance of Earthquake is massive. I think it's extremely likely that an enemy Pokemon has Earthquake here. Just due to the way that moves appear together. Did it use Calm Mind? I'm pretty sure it didn't. It didn't, right? Because we one-shot with Surf. Surf would never one-shot after Calm Mind. Triston. Okay. That wasn't on the list of normal types I was thinking about. There were no Porygon sets with high risk, high return moves. Okay. It's a bit weird. I guess I just treat them all as equally likely, and then I'm concerned about Ice Beam. Pros overthinking everything. True. Just click the move. Yeah, Porygon 2 is not a high risk, high return mon. I kind of like going Milo as like a middle ground play between not wanting to put Blissey into Tri-Attack and not wanting to stay in for Ice Beam. And also not really wanting to be hit by T-Wave, although being hit by T-Wave on Milo would kind of suck, right? But if it was Porygon 22, at least it sucks. It's not going to do anything after that. I think we go Milo. I think staying in is insane, because we're quite likely to need Salamence later for Intimidate. A normal high risk, high return. The odds of like Miltank must be pretty high now. There's a few. I don't remember which. Is it both set 4 Dodrio and Fearow, which are double high risk? It doesn't really need thinking about. Like Salamence is generically good, I would say. I guess there's Gramble 2, which is double high risk and has Ice Punch, but whatever. I think I like Milo as the mid ground between Salamence and Blissey. And Milo isn't terribly likely to be vitally important. Okay. Where's my aromatherapy Blissey from Pike? That's quite a big deal. So it did 45 damage. That won't be anything but 1, right? Because Porygon 2 set 3 is modest. And it would have used Psychic or Thunder Wave. I guess I kind of deserve to be frozen. Can Snorlax be in the back? Yes. Yes, it can. Yes. I might as well stay in. Is it Gen 2 where the Tri-Attack rolling burn can unfreeze, or is that also Gen 3? The Marvel Scale boost is nice. We have Intimidated and Marvel Scaled, so We should have a bit of time here. This is probably Milo's best chance to unfreeze. And if we can use a surf, even if we only use one surf, that's a big deal. Oh, nice. Okay. It does have leftovers. I definitely go for another surf. There's no reason to go for the Ice Beam freeze over the surf kill. It's definitely much more likely. That was a Pokemon Champions freeze for sure. Okay, it's a pretty good outcome. That could have gone way, way worse. Okay. That might explain high risk. So Moltres 4 is double high risk with Overheat and Double Edge. But it could also be 2. And it could also be a double high risk normal in the back. I'm pretty sure I'm always staying in here. What is the worst thing that could happen here? I guess double team, infinite miss. Not great. There is an argument for going Celements, but Celements doesn't want to come in on a crit. And Celements is slower than Moltres 3. Like, I would go back out to Blissey against Moltres 3, but I still don't really want to take the damage. My favourite normal type, yes, exactly. It's very likely to be Moltres 4, which makes me want to stay in even more. Okay, we're faster. We hit. Excellent. Okay. Does that guarantee Moltres 4? There's no counter slacking, right? Not in Gen 3. Let me look this up. I don't want to be wrong about this. Yeah, it must be Moltres 4 because there are no high risk moves. Yeah. So it's not slacking 2 because of leftovers. And that's it. Okay. Is Swagger high risk? No, Swagger is slow and steady because it's a move that inflicts status and targets the enemy. That's the way I think about slow and steady generally. Anyway. Oh, okay. Banned. Obviously we win. I'm just thinking about the swap. I am a fan of slacking free. It is reduced IV. I also wouldn't be swapping Celements, so it would be going in the back, which I don't like as much. Like, there are several problems with slacking free in the back. First up, it's harder to get maximum value out of switching out of a Truant, but there's also a weird bug in Gen 3, which I know about it, and I've seen it a lot of times, but I don't fully understand, which is that, let's say I had slacking in the back now, and my Celements fainted to, like, poison or sand damage, and then I send in slacking. The Truant turn is active on the first turn it's in, because it just got switched in from a Pokemon that took residual chip damage. And that doesn't come up too often, but it really annoys me that I have to play around that. Is the streak over? Slacking is an interesting swap option. There are a lot of factory players who do not like slacking very much, and it is the thing about factory being really high skill ceiling is that there is such thing as playstyle preferences. Just how like in real Pokemon against real people, there are people who specialize in more aggressive or defensive playstyles, and they're better or worse at that than others. Although most top players are good at everything, but slow and steady. Slacking free is... There's a lot of reasons to take it. It's fast. It's an active way of solving problems. Blissey is like passive. I'm definitely not taking Blissey and slacking. Woman who only talks about Palace. Yeah. Yeah, 3 matches left. It is tricky, right? Slacking and Blissey are dramatically different Pokemon. They're both very strong sets. Something is telling me to take it, I'll be honest. It would be very weird of me to betray Blissey here. What's my PB? This is my PB. Yeah, I mean, I have, like, counter Blissey is really good, right? Blissey with counter, Calm Mind, and an attacking move, and Soft Boiled. It's really good. Hey, look who it is. We were talking about you earlier, saying that your streak is the oldest. LRXC, the pyramid guy. Yeah, so Blissey is free IV, but I think what I'm weighing up now is Blissey 4 against slacking free. It's a good problem to have. They're obviously both very strong. Am I influenced by slow and steady? Like, it's not a natural cure, Blissey. I think slow and steady influences me to keep Blissey. Get slacking for YouTube shorts. Slacking. Okay. Credilli is a classic slow and steady Pokemon. It has Toxic, Swagger, Confuse Ray. That's it. Yeah, we should be good by default. Should be very good by default. How do I feel about switching Milo into a potential Credilli 4? Is a bit less likely to be Credilli 4 because Credilli 4 almost activates High Risk with Mirror Coat. And High Risk takes priority over Slow and Steady in the order. What's Free IV Credilli going to do? Not much. Not much. If I was Natural Cure Blissey, I'd definitely go Blissey. I think because Blissey is not Natural Cure, I'd rather go Milo. Okay. That's good. Can't Mirror Coat then. If it Confuse Rays, Okay. Apparently today is Freeze Day. Everyone gets frozen all the time. I'm glad I'm the one using Ice Beam this time at least. I was heavily weighing up the option of what to switch to if Confuser came in, but I'm happy having Milo in. Blissey being in is a little bit passive. I'm a little bit tempted to go back to Salamence, but it's okay. Poor Credulli. Okay, it's... Yeah, that's also quite a lightly Pokemon, isn't it? Ampharos 3 is not slow and steady, but the rest all are. Most likely to be Ampharos 1, as Ampharos 1 activates slow and steady on its own. No, Blissey is 3 IV, but Salamence and Milo are 31 IV. I'm quite tempted to rip the Mirror Coat, but it's not great into T-Wave. Probably should be going Blissey as a responsible adult. Ampharos 2 scares me a bit though. I guess Ampharos 2, right? If Ampharos 2 would T-Wave, I would then switch to Salamence on the next turn and Earthquake, and it would be fine. Blissey being paralyzed doesn't seem like a massive issue here. So in that case, it's then Ampharos 3 is the biggest problem. But I just stay in against Ampharos 3. I might just click counter. Yeah. Could go Safeguard on T-Wave, that's funny. How would that affect Ampharos? I mean, it would not be the first turn and then Ampharos 2 Focus Punch. Yeah. I'm excited, like the Battle Factory fan in me wants me to break this, but not break it by very much, and then have someone else break it again. Okay, so we were expecting that. It is indeed not Amphi free. Do I have to stay in? Do I stay in an Ice Beam? It's tricky. The Ampharos 1 versus Ampharos 2 dilemma. It is more likely to be Ampharos 1. So Amphi 1 is broken, right? The weather glitch. It's faster than me. It's broken. So Amphi 1 is guaranteed to Rain Dance. Amphi 2 can Thunder Punch. I'm going Salamence, I think. If doubling the world record would be insane. I don't think that'll happen. So the weather glitch is the video I did where the way that the AI attempts to understand what the weather is broken. And it promotes the use of weather moves in strange scenarios where they shouldn't be used, basically. So do I want to just go back then? Because Ampharos 1 is max HP and relaxed. Yeah, the history around how it was found with Glalie 1 and Dave looking up the example that LRXC did on stream. It's all very fun. Okay, now we get crit by Thunder multiple times. Okay. Yeah. So I will need to use Softboiled like once every 3 turns. If I do that 3 times, it'll run out of Thunder PP. Alternatively, I can Ice Beam, and then if Blissey faints, I can just Earthquake. And also, we know that Ice Beam is just freezing every single chance it gets today. I'm gonna Ice Beam. The worst possible scenario is definitely that I do nothing. Okay. I'll go back on softball after this. Okay. It's guaranteed to rain now. There is another plan is to go Milo and just Mirror Coat and accept the big damage. If we just get hacked out every turn, we get hacked out every turn, I'm willing to ride that out. There is another possibility, which is that I sack Milo to Surf. The first Pokemon was Credilli. Not looking good for Blissinator. True. True. Honestly, we're fine. I think I just want to softball once. Like, literally once would be enough. It might be better to Ice Beam. Like, if I'm only going to get one attack, I want it to be Ice Beam. If I'm going to get more than one, I want it to be soft-boiled. Ice Beam probably does kill Blissey off. I think I'm just going to Ice Beam. We'll cut our losses. Celemons and Milo together in a 2v1 scenario. That's very favourable for me. Yeah, it's 25% for Paralysis and 50% for Attract. Okay. We've avoided the worst case scenario, but Blissey probably does die because of this. How many Thunders left? So, if we've been hit by 3, there will be 7 left. I will attempt to save Blissey, but not at the cost of someone else getting hit by Thunder. EQ won't OHKO Ampharos 1. It's relaxed nature, max HP. Also, even if it was Ampharos 2, like, would I stay in and risk Earthquake and Bright Powder? I mean, I would, but just goes to show how not guaranteed so many lines are. The Blissey answer. It's going to be funny timing on the ending of the second use of Rain Dance. Just how it lines up. One more chance. This might be a big deal, but I am putting my faith in the other two. So Rain not being up really means I have to go Celemons. I can't go for the Surf kill here. It has to be Celemons and Earthquake. And we already have activated Slow and Steady. Yeah, The last mon cannot be a Weathermon though. There's no Sunny Day or Thunderbolt in the back. Like the stream for Amphi 1. Amphi 1 doing something is crazy work. Amphi 1 is normally a Thunderwave bot. I'm just thinking about the explosion scenario here. It's fine, right? Because Registeel 3 Ancient Power is the highest damaging regular attack. This isn't Regirock, it's not going to explode. -1 is enough to stop it. It's the major fear. I'm definitely going to Earthquake, just because of the double team sets. It's not leftovers though. Milo is alive, yeah. So, I guess the Revenge of Registeel 2 is the worst outcome here, right? Registeel 2 comes back from being swapped out and gets unbelievable hacks with Bright Powder, I guess. Registeel 1 is very unlikely to do it. I don't believe in the Registeel 1 reverse here. I don't think that's very likely. It would have to play perfectly. Registeel 2 here would be very funny. Can't it be the counter set? It can. But I beat the counter set. Because of Milotic. Okay. So I'll be honest, that didn't do as much as I was kind of hoping, and I'm now realizing that it is going to survive the next Earthquake and use Rest. I think I just stay in though. What is the worst sequence here? The worst sequence is I don't kill, Rest, and then it curses again. The thing is that even if it does that though, I'm switching in Milo after 4 turns and it's got no amnesia boosts. And if it doesn't go double curse, I will kill it through Rest. So how does it actually win? Because Earthquake, Rest, Earthquake, Curse. I guess the line is Earthquake, Rest, Earthquake, Amnesia, Earthquake, Curse, Earthquake, Rest. Then it can do it. It has to do exactly that. There's a lot of RNG involved here because Rest is not guaranteed and Curse is a bizarre move that doesn't look at your own HP, and Amnesia is a bit weird as well. If I crit this once, it'll be over. Crit it either now or with Milo later on. I don't think I'd ever be swapping though. We can think about this as much as we want, but I'm always going to Earthquake. The thing I really don't want to see is Amnesia. If it only has Curse boosts, I'm always got an option of switching to Milo on a Rest turn. Okay. Let's double check the Rest thresholds. 70%, 60%, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, when Registeel is below 60%, that's when rest becomes really quite likely. Not guaranteed here, I don't think. Do I get out the ruler? Do I get out the ruler? It does actually... It does matter. I don't have a ruler. Just remembered I don't have a ruler. Wait, I can take a screenshot and put it in... I can put it in Microsoft Paint. The mods! Mods! Wait. 8. Don't worry, I'm rulering. I'm not gonna troll this far in. Okay, so it's it's exactly below. It's exactly above 60. It's 29 pixels. 29 out of 48. And it rounds down. So no. Throw the Buddha mods. I was gonna earthquake anyway. That's actually really good. It's really good for me. So I switch here, and Milo wins. The HP bar, it is accurate. The thing you've got to be careful of is the fact that the game rounds down. The irony is I do have the ruler on this PC, I just don't have it set up for this overlay. Anyway, it does not have amnesia boosts. Yeah, if it had gone amnesia, curse, rest, I would have had 21 chances to crit it. But it could have happened. Okay, that was a little bit of an adventure against Registeel 1. Amnesia when it's at like 30%, you mean? No help. Registeel 1 is a kind of cool Pokemon, but I think Blissey does it better. Registeel 1 is a cooler Pokemon at 31 IVs. Whereas Blissey doesn't care so much about the IV difference. Come on, send out Shuckle. Almost. It's quite likely to be Blastoise 1, I guess. Because the others are all partially high risk, high return. Trinity 1 snub. I'm not forgetting anything here, right? No. Okay. So no more high risk, high return moves. That also means it's not going to Brick Break. Milo mid-ground, yeah. I see no reason not to intimidate more. What if it negative evolves? Yeah. Yeah, what then? What would we do then? That would be bad. I would be in trouble. Okay, so it's 4. The Gen 3 AI doesn't switch based on how much damage they're doing. I don't have infinite time here because after it's out of Earthquakes, I'm slightly at risk of being frozen again. It's not as easy as it looks, actually. Not if I want to play around Earthquake crit. Yes, keep doing that. It can counter as well. Counter will one-shot. I do like getting the Carmine boost no matter what. You don't die to a crit, right? No. Earthquake crit wouldn't do more than 200. That would be impossible. Blastoise would need more than like 130 attack. And it's not fully attack invested, it's a mix set. I think I just fully set up Carmines, if possible. This is more of the Countercoat AI being bugged. It prefers to use Mirror Coat against Pokemon with physical types only. Like a Blissey. Thanks, Nikki, mate. Yeah, everyone who's played Pokopia knows that, right? Pokemon are tremendously useful gardeners. Does Carmine force Mirror Coat? No, it's because Blissey's typing is normal. Like, my actual typing. What I do have to watch out for here is an Ice Beam crit into Mirror Coat. How do I waste time? I can waste time on counter. I unironically want to play around Ice Beam crit Mirror Coat. I think I can just speed up click counter here. Yeah, no back high risk high return is encouraging. I agree. Okay, there it is. We have intimidated twice, so actually we don't kill. We'll do about half, right? Bit under. Okay. I'm mostly thinking, what if Earthquake crits? What would I rather click? I think I'd rather be at full. I can't do a Blissey impression. I just want to be as high HP as possible. Obviously, I'm at +6 special attack. So ideally, Blissey just wins. I mean, normally that's scary, but I'm in quite a good position. What can go wrong here? Like, obviously, Bright Powder, King's Rock. I could be paralyzed. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get frozen. Honestly, maybe I shouldn't have gone for 2 intimidates instead of 1. We definitely stay in. There's no way I'm switching to Milo here. It's an earthquake. Okay, it's an invested earthquake. I won't know anything unless there's a focus band. No. Okay, so it's probably 2, 3, 8. There's no other ones, right? I think I'd rather replace Settlements than Blissey. Yeah, we're not Natural Cure. Blissey 4 is broken. It was definitely correct to keep. It's easy to overthink things, right? Like, I would never say in someone else's chat to take Slacking 3 over Blissey 4, but it's easy to overthink something. I'm thinking, oh, what if it is Slacking 3? What if there is some kind of Pokemon I need to pressure it down? It's not Mach 4, because that's high risk. Could have been Common Man Mach, yeah. No, Mach 1 is Poison Barb. Probably wasn't. Okay. It's an interesting one. T-Bot would be busted. Honestly, yeah, I mean, you can improve it, but it's difficult to improve Blissey 4, which is the mark of a really strong Pokemon. I don't think it's Latios. It is good. I think the IVs on Settlements are really helpful. I've got 2 Pokemon that can swap into ice moves decently well. It makes me a bit better into electrics. But it's a high risk quote. That's not really an electric phrase. Oh yeah, okay. Electabuzz shows up here. I think the scariest Pokemon I'd all want Settlements more than Latios. I don't think I want Double Dragon. No. I think no human would ever use a set like Blissey 4. But it's a cool set. Classic. Okay. So because they all have raw, I can't fully set up. Am I ever staying in? I don't think I ever am. That'd be insane to risk the crit, right? Just laughing at myself for saying that it's unlikely to be an electric. Iron Tail does hurt. I think I'd rather Calm Mind anyway. I don't want to be too greedy. I think I might go for 1 Calm Mind. That might be excessively safe. We'll see. Okay, it's Electric 4. I've had free IV Manectric and free IV Jolteon kill soft-boiled Blissey before. It's happened. It's got Lumble before, and I don't trust myself to take this matchup too lightly. Yeah, Blissey is the closest thing to a cheat code in the Frontier. Like, Blissey has one bad facility, and it's not even bad. And that's the arena. Blissey is still totally usable in the arena. Could go for another Calm Mind. It does make a difference. Like, obviously Manectric is not high special defense. I would want a two-shot most switch-ins. I can't go too far because it will roar. It probably is worth it. It's a very small risk. Today is so many freezes, yes. Blissey is actually Serene Grace, but there have been several 10% freezes as well. Lizzie. And now we get fully paralyzed like 7 times in a row and die. I've seen this happen before. Okay. Legitimately slightly scared. This is the kind of thing you don't experience in looking at spreadsheets all day, is that Blissey, Calm Mind Blissey dying to a special type, it can happen. It really can happen. Right, let's kill this. Fake attention. It's a good start. It's a very good start. There's no... there could be an electric in the back. It's very unlikely. It has to be like Lantern with another water. Kang. Okay, so there's no electric in the back, which is really good news for Milo. It's high risk. It's probably Kang 1 or 3. I need to assess the Kang 3 scenario is a bit weird, right? Is it safest to just counter? Because what I really, really, really don't want to do is crit Kang 3 with a +2 Ice Beam and give it a big reversal and Salac. I mean, the Salac won't matter, but the big reversal does. I think I just counter. Yeah, I'm definitely using counter. Okay. Gut reaction obviously good to go immediately into Celements. Could also go Milo, that wouldn't be terrible. But Celements feels like the better one. What would I do after Celements? It's not a free IV Kang. I'm not sure about Earthquake into Surf, that doesn't feel very safe. Perhaps I do just use counter. It feels like a waste of Blissey though. My gut is to go Celements, and I think I am going to go Celements, and I think I am just going to Earthquake. Actually, I might Crunch. I might Crunch. If I get fully paralyzed or crit, I'm going to be very upset if I use counter. There's no item clause. For you and the opponent, there is not item clause. For the opponent's team, there is. So it was a Lumberry Manectric. The final Pokemon cannot be Lumberry. And this is a focus banned Kang, so the last Pokemon can't be focus banned. Everyone wants counter. Mence can go wrong. Like, Mence gets crit by Dizzy Punch. Or I try and use Earthquake and I get hit by counter on Celemons. That is bad. I would probably go Crunch Crunch Double Edge with Mence. I'm keeping Blissey alive. Like, if the final Pokemon is a special attacker, Blissey is an auto win. And it's not... The last Pokemon is not normal. Counter would have been fine as long as I don't get haxed. It would have been fine. It's counter itself. I'm very glad I didn't try and double edge Collective Buzz for sweep. Can actually use Crunch again because of the drop. No confuse, no crit. No focus band. It's Arcanine. Okay. I mean, Surf kills all of them. If I want Earthquake to kill, I need to reset the Intimidate. I think I just sack Blissey. It doesn't really matter which one it is. It's not 2, but 2 was never the threatening one anyway. Who holds world record? The guy in chat. LRXC. LRXC has another world record. He has the level 50 Devil's World record as well. Magpie hates moms and dogs. Okay, now the real tension is up. What is gonna happen? What is gonna happen in this draft? I never normally do this, but if the draft is bad and there's a type spec, I might just counter the type spec. Yeah, nice. Okay. There's plenty of... I'm perfectly fine with average Pokemon. I just don't want to be offered trash. Okay, no type. Endurance. Okay, Endurance is slightly rare. Optimizing. Okay, Swampert is a really good start because there are no bad Swamperts. It is Swampert 1. Which... I would have asked for another one. Because it is tied down to mono ground, but whatever. Okay, it's Freddy. Hyper Beam Ursaring. That's a classic. I can't believe Freddy has turned up for this round. That's very funny. Freddy is totally usable though. Okay. Party 4. I have 3 usable Pokemon, so I'm not upset. It's Haley, I can't believe it. Oh my god. What is this meme draft? Wait, if it's a meme draft, surely we can predict the next Pokemon. I tell you what's a great meme is Suicune 2. That's a very funny Pokemon. Everyone loves Suicune 2. Oh, okay. That's a curveball. So in Factory you can't take two of the same Pokemon, so I can only take one Swampert. But that's an upgrade, I would say. Although Endurance is like healing moves and stooly moves, so perhaps Respert is better? I don't know about that though. And it's Muck 1, that's hilarious. Okay. It really is the meme draft. The meme draft and Swampert. I can't believe Freddy might be on... I was thinking the same thing. I think Freddy might be on the team. God, but I can't... This draft is so weird. With Sticky Hold, Torrent... God, if I'm Mark Crappens. Mark Monday. I can't believe this is so weird. I can't believe we've got 3 meme mons. We've got Freddy Fazby, Haley, and Common Man Muck. Swampert has saved this draft for sure. So, I think first up, the better... I am aware that against Endurance, maybe Swampert 1 is better. I'm a much bigger fan of Swampert 3. And the thing about Counter and Mirror Coat in general is that they're better moves when you know what you're facing, when you know if it's a physical or a special set. Which means that I don't really want to lead Swampert. Dice. This is the best way. This is the best way that this stream could have gone. So I think Swampert is in the back. I have led. I don't know if you were here for this, LRXC. I have led Ursaring 6 in a previous draft in this streak. And I led it, and I said I was concerned about using Hyper Beam on turn 1 because enemies that come in and have a move like Dragon Dance or Calm Mind or Swords Dance, if they come in on an Ursaring that can't attack that turn and use the boosting move, that's quite scary. On the other hand, no one would question how hard Hyper Beam hits. More importantly, it's a Yawn lead though, which is probably what I'm taking it for. And then it's the 2 ice types, like what the hell? The inaccurate RT. I've got a strong feeling that Rest is going to be potentially very useful against Endurance though. Big stats, pressure and rest. Obviously I can get crit, but I feel like that offers more than Haley. It's also not unthinkable to take Muck. Like Metagross 1, not Metagross 1, any Metagross in general came out. Muck can go to Swampert. It's just not ideal. Muck is not bad. I mean, Muck is normally bad, but with the IV advantage, Muck is not bad. We are faster than base 60s, despite being base 50 because of the IV advantage. Yawn equals Spore Labs. I am a big Yawn fan. I think Ursaring's on the team. I think it's between the ice types and Muck. In my heart of hearts, I am a stool player. I'm a dirty stool. Gen 4 player. And I do want to use the rest mon more than Muck. Screech plus Hyper Beam kills everything. Oh, what a weird draft. I'm not actually normally this stuck. I'm not playing this up for the fact that it's the important round. I actually don't know what to take. Like, I really don't. I'm not even that sure about Ursaring. Because Muck Articuno Swampert is kind of interesting as well. We have a ground switching in Articuno. Articuno has naturally very good special defense bulk. We can switch into Psychics. It's not great, but we can do it. It's one of Endurance. Like, Endurance. It's weird. Like, I'm trying to think of double Endurance Pokemon. There's Entei 5. That's not in level 50. I don't know. Weirdly, Articuno 4 is a double Endurance Pokemon. Yeah, you can't take 2 Swamperts. If I could take 2 Swamperts, that would unironically probably be the best plan. I'd probably lead Swampert 3 and put Swampert 1 in the back. Electrode. Oh, Electrode 1, yes. There's Executor, Meganium. Yeah, there's a little bit of a grass. A Vileplume as well. Vileplume. There's a few Starmie sets. I guess there's a slight tendency towards grass. Oh god, Espeon 3, yeah. Okay. I really want to take Articuno. I'm questioning taking Ursaring, but I think I am going to take Ursaring. I think I'm at risk of overthinking this, and if I overthink it too much, I'm going to be dragged more and more towards Muck. I think I should go with my gut, which is to go for the Yawn Hyper Beam lead. The Vileplume would be hilarious. A Vileplume showing up would be so funny. I'm gonna do that. I was typing in, I've got a little Word doc for the Pokemon that show up on the bottom, what they are, and I typed in Freddy. I didn't type in Ursaring 6. Okay. Glalie would be so iconic. I can't take Glalie though. It's just worse. It's really important I take the right Swampert though. So pick Freddy. Double check this is the right Swampert. Brave. Swampert 3. And gonna take Articuno. I don't know. You know, I'm kind of scared. I'm a little bit scared of the grass, actually. Grass is a bad type, but Freddy is a bit vulnerable. Swampert is a bit vulnerable. And Articuno has to hit blizzards. Oh, I know, a game might come down to hitting Blizzard, that's what I'm thinking. Honestly, a game might come down to hitting Hyper Beam as well. Yeah, endurance. Oh no, it's probably 4. Do I just always Hyper Beam? I'm really scared of the switch in having a setup move. I'm really, really scared of the switch in having a setup move. Endurance is a common move on setup ones. I think I see 2 major options. Well, actually, there's 3 options. I can just Hyper Beam. I can Yawn. And I can go Articuno. The little bit of a wacky interaction with Articuno and Brick Break on Reflect, but I don't have to use Reflect. This is fun, guys. Oh, I think I Hyper Beam, right? I think everything else is more risky. Particularly because it's likely to be Heracross 4. Yeah, I use Calcs whenever I'm unsure. I'm definitely gonna use Calcs. This isn't a Calcs moment, though. Maybe I need to think more about it being Heracross 3. If I miss Hyper Beam, I miss Hyper Beam. And if I miss it, what can I do? Do I really Yawn? Jesus, I'm... I also typed in depending on I count Hyper Beam. Let's just kill it. Mega Horn crit would be devastating as well. Bruh. Okay. This is a big moment. Do I go for counter? Or do I go Articuno? The pressure stall is not great. It did use Mega Horn, which means it's 2 or 4. It's very likely to be 4 though. I can't actually successfully stall 2. There's no way I would ever surf, right? Freddy being featured like this is not what we had in mind. Oh no. Can I counter? Like, I can counter, but like, if Swampert takes that much damage, do I win? I feel like I might have to go Articuno because I think we have to play to win. And there's more endurance mons and Articuno's not great into most of them. Yeah, way more likely to be 4, I agree. I think what we do... think it would always be double edge, rest, double edge. If it's 2 and it goes for bulk up, oh my god, if it's 2 and it's swarm, I'll have to go for reflect then probably. You know what? I guess I'm also kind of glad that Megahorn crit didn't hit Articuno. That might have been worse. I don't know if switching influences the RNG like that, though. I'm going to do the damage calc on double edge. I'm sorry, guys. I need to be sure. I don't want to be putting it into endure range on 35%. Bro, there's no way. Wait, does it round down? Freeze it. Does it round down on the endure check? Because the max roll of double edge is 64.5%. And if it's at 35% or lower, it'll endure. Double edge, sorry, does 64.5%. I'm not sure what I said. Do I reflect then? Like, I could just try and stall out Megahorns. What happens at the end of that, though? Like, do I then go... I don't know. Do I then go Swampert? The problem is, once it's out of Megahorns, it's going to randomly use Endure. And stalling it out of Endure and Reversal feels a bit whack. Do I just fully stall Heracross, I guess? It's 5 Megahorns left, with pressure included. 8 reversals, 10 endures. I just fully stall it out, don't I? It can crit the second Megahorn. Do I actually just use rest and never reflect? The problem is I run out of rests doing that though, right? No, I'd have 1 left. Oh, that's tricky. I need to reflect though, because when I'm asleep, I'm not protected. And I have to spend at least 1 turn on a full sleep tick. Oh no. Oh no, what are you doing to me? I mean, that's definitely Heracross 4 damage. Oh, there's no way at back-to-back crits. Oh my god, if this triple crits. Okay. It's only got 3 left. What I do is I actually rest again immediately in case of another crit. Double edge lost it, by the way. True. Yeah. This is why we fully optimize turns instead of just going on vibes. Because the vibes play in a speedrun was definitely double edge, rest, double edge. Okay. No, I just rest. 3 out of 3 Megahorns with 2 crits. Okay. I guess Megahorn crit, reversal crit also wins, right? At least it wouldn't have Megahorn for Swampert. Yeah. Pressure is why this is safer. Don't need okay. And I'm not as afraid of reversal crits. But I am going to rest again. Yeah, this might be a short. It's crazy, right? Because if I switch to Articuno on a Mega Horn crit and then the following turn it also crits, I'm in a horrendous position. Okay, we can speed this up. There's no need to. There's no need to sit through this. Oh, it actually is a bit annoying if it doesn't give me the rest. So it's random between reversal and endure what gets picked here. So now we need to think about the best way to kill this. We obviously want to maximize the reflect turns. So I think it's annoying if we crit, right? The Blizzard PP is more important than the Double Edge PP as well. That's another factor. Do I reflect and then attack, or do I attack and then reflect so I have one more turn to reflect? I think I reflect first because if I crit with Double Edge before I reflect, and I go into the next battle without reflect at all, that is even worse than having one less turn. Speed up looks so nice for stalling. Very true, right? Okay, that's another factor, I guess. Okay. I hadn't really thought about struggle crits, but that is another factor. I actually go round the park again with this, right? Bruh! Leave me alone. Don't scare me like this. I thought that crit. I totally thought that crit. Jesus. Heracross 6 with Slackberry and Scope Lens. What?! Like, legitimately, is it worth the last rest PP? I have been hit by a lot of moves. It might not be as unlucky as it looks. We're out of reflect as well. So this do I even want to use reflect? Like, Articuno has more special weaknesses than physical weaknesses. On the physical side, it's rock and steel. Then we've got fire, electric. My mind is blanking. Is it just that? Steel is a pretty rare coverage move, though, but rock is quite common. I think surely we use reflect. It just feels so wrong not to. I can't believe I blundered into this. You know what? I'm so scared about being crit by Heracross. I'm just gonna double edge. This is so much more damage than I thought I would take. $57. 57 HP. No, no. I mean, I can go Swampert, but... if this thing explodes, I'm gonna lose it. I can't reflect, though. It could be Registeel 2. Registeel is the main character of this stream. It's also the thumbnail of LRXC's world record video. This feels so scripted. I'm just so scared of explosion. It does have to Quick Claw explode. Well, it doesn't have to. It could do it now. Okay. That's actually the best one. You know what's crazy about that? Yeah, one is very likely because of endurance. What's crazy about this is, can you imagine if I hit Heracross with Hyper Beam, and this thing came in and used Curse twice before Swampert could come out against it? I mean, I should still win that, but... Right, who's last? It can totally be a sunny day set. I am fast in it though, right? Doesn't have speed investment. I'm brave, but I'm still... I'm faster. I guess I could be frozen. Could be frozen by set 1 or 4. Hey Dreamish. Dreamish has the tick. The clout tick. Congrats on 100k subs, Dreamish. I believe it is for 100k that you get the clout tick. Psychic is the best case scenario. It might have been 4, but... bro, that Heracross... Jesus, Heracross 4. Okay, it's the tie. I am now happy. I am now definitely happy. I would like to clear it, but losing at 154 would have been devastating. No type. High risk. Oh, God. It's a decision, isn't it? Do I take the scope lens Heracross 4? Seems pretty good, right? I have a decent flying matchup. I'm a little bit shaky into fire, admittedly. I'd be losing Freddy. Alternatively, I take Heracross over Articuno. And I have a fighting type switch in at least. That's an interesting swap decision. The reason why Heracross 4 is so good is because of the consistency on reversal. I think I'm replacing Articuno. because I don't like leading off with Endure sets. It would be hilarious if I take this Heracross and then it just misses every move. It's the ultimate double agent. I don't want to put Heracross in the front. Just something feels wrong about it. I know Earthswing's not a great lead either, but I think I'd rather fix the team this way round. Also, I hate fire types so much. After all this, you're going to ditch Articuno. Freddy needs to hit his move. Freddy needs to hit his move, okay? Freddy will get his... Articuno did this job. Freddy gets to hit Hyper Beam now. Right, where's Articuno? And I don't even want to test for Arena Trap. Right, where's Articuno? Okay. The really, really bad news is that it's so likely to be one of the Fisher sets, because both of the Fisher sets have double high risk with Double Edge and Fisher, so they both activate high risk on their own. Tug sweep. It's really tricky. If I knew I could switch, I think I'd be okay with using Yawn, but I think I just Hyper Beam. Okay, good. It's not Fisher. Can Fisher flinch with King's Rock? I don't know if Fisher's on the King's Rock list. I truly don't know. Okay. It's not guaranteed to use that every time. Armaldo 3 would always Brick Break or Swords Dance, right? It has to be 4. So we just go Swampert and Surf. I think we need to Yawn. It was a nice miss. That's fine. This is a... Remember, it's a free IV enemy Armaldo. We kill with Surf. Hurt Ship could be bad. That is possible. We do get the Shell Bell. Who's last? Okay, I mean, outside of unbelievable double team hacks like just at the start of the stream, should be fine. Thank God. Okay, so much relief. So much relief. So much relief. I am really happy. I am really happy. I'm more relieved. I was so stressed in the last round. It's fine. LRXC's still a world record holder. And what's the summoning salt phrase? Was it summoning salt who said it? It was like, I think it was. World records are there to be. The aim is to be a world record holder, not to have the world record, because it's infinite thing. Anyway, that is cool. So the question now is, what happens following games electric? We are very good against electric already. Do we take the choice band Armaldo lead? Got a bit of a weird matchup into waters if I do that. Bulky waters. Not that Freddy is amazing into those. Double specialist, LRXC, exactly. LRXC, your longest streak is doubles. You can't escape it. Could take Entei 1. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Entei without the IV advantage, to be honest. Let's take Armaldo and die to, like, some waters. I think that'd be fun. It is a complete coincidence that the Pike and Factory streams lined up like this. I do normally stream on Twitch, but thank you, Ghost Rick. It's very kind. Had multiple hard stacks. I'm glad it was exciting. I was worried about a few things today. I was worried about losing. I was also very worried about the somewhat realistic scenario where I just get an amazing draft and it's boring. And everyone's like, why are you taking so long? That was also quite likely. But we had a good amount of turbulence. There were so many games today I could have lost. So many. Alright, LRXC, funny thing about that, you probably understand what I mean by this. So I was preparing to go live, and I clicked something, and I couldn't bring the browser thing back up. So I have no way of seeing my stream apart from OBS. Yeah, to be transparent, thank you, Ellie, that's also very kind. Thank you for the $2. I don't plan on streaming regularly, but what I plan to do is have the more hype streams be on YouTube, because a lot of what I do on Twitch is play hours and hours of tower with the same team with almost no chance of losing, which isn't much fun to watch, but I might occasionally do that. Anyway. Is there any punishment for going swamp? I guess it could double team. Okay. It's not going to double team then. I like watching you think for an hour. I think it's a lot of fun. I think I thought it would be great to have an editor for basically every factory player. Like an editor who could just cut down some of the extraneous thinking time that didn't matter and focus on the strategy parts. Put that into a condensed video. I think that would be a lot of fun to watch. It's just so much time and effort to do that. Yeah, it would be great if that could happen in the future. So Sizzle is the non-electric. I'll be honest, I'm really struggling to focus. I just want to Earthquake it, but I'm very aware that it can counter right. Do I just surf? Do I just go to Armaldo? No. Scizor 2 has killed me enough times in doubles. I'm going to surf it. The problem is editors are expensive. Good editors are expensive. It's worth it if you get a lot of views, but yeah, it's difficult to guarantee that many views. Okay, we didn't do much damage. Is it guaranteed to be 4? This 4 is careful. Max HP, max special defense. How much do I care about Swarm? I really want to click it. I just believe. It's fine. Just don't boost. Just don't boost. Boost would be horrendous because it would also give it Swarm. Okay. Fazbear got swapped, I'm sorry. He had his moments. Thank you, Game Freak. Thank you, John Game Freak. Game Freak is here to witness this. Game Freak is a big fan of Gen 3 Battle Factory. That's why Battle Factory has come back every gen. Okay, that's really funny. The mighty Jolteon 2. When Struggle crit Articuno, my heart sank. I was like, oh no. Because I was sped up through the earthquakes. Anyway, whatever. Everyone loves Jolteon 2. I love one of the few sets. I don't know, they keep actually quite a few sets were kept between Gen 3 and Gen 4, but Jolteon 2 was one of them for some reason. The spirit of Jolteon 2 lives on. Jolteon 2 is one of the truly bizarre things that can happen on round 5 of Gen 4 Factory as well. I've never been stressed by Jolteon 2. I'll be honest, and I don't want help for this, I actually don't remember what the Raikou set was. It T-waved. Did it also quick attack? I don't deserve to be told. It's my fault for forgetting. Anyway. God, I don't know what to do with the lead. Like, I don't like Armaldo with Band that much. I don't like Scizor. Jolteon 2's bad. Do I take Raikou? I think I like fixing the weakness to water. Yeah, I could. I'm just angry at myself for forgetting, basically, LRXC. I'm sure you know what I mean. Because I don't have a lot of things to keep track of when I'm not blindfolded. So to forget something is bad. Oh yeah, this is also my longest streak ever. Because my Gen 4 PB is 156. It's fun. Scizor is Scizor 4 is a strange creature. Like, the baton pass stuff, it seems fun and it can be fun. It's just very inconsistent. It is set free. High risks. Okay, so it's not Alakazam free. Alakazam free is famous in Factory because it triggers impossible to predict on its own with Trick and Skill Swap. So we know it's not that. I am very tempted to just stay in and hit it. If I switch out and it's Alakazam 2, I could be in very big trouble. I do have to stay in and hit it. Doubles just seems so hard blindfolded. I haven't actually even tried it. Okay, we hit. T-wave. Okay. That was pretty likely. Okay, apparently it's the Raikou show. It's high risk. Likely to be 3 or 4. They're both Mirror Coat sets. So there's a high risk Pokemon in the back. Good to know. You gonna crit me? You gonna crit me? No. Oh, the cry is cut off on the first one. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a slightly scary one in normal circumstances. Yeah, I feel silly for doubting Raikou. He's a fast electric with a good move and T-Wave support, which Swampert appreciates a lot. It was probably quite silly to delay on that. Slimy Fiend. Regirock is a Pokemon that is underrated at 31 IV. I will say that. A lot of the top players know this, but it is pretty good actually with the IV advantage, because luckily for Regirock, a lot of its EV spreads actually make sense. It doesn't have like useless defense pumping for no reason. Okay. I do like Tentacruel, but I think my current team is very good. You beat it with Metagross 1 using Aerial Ace. I don't remember that. I'm sure it happened. I just trying to think if I can remember seeing that. I feel like I would have remembered. Manectric. Raikou does have a very good Thunder versus Thunder matchup here. Why did I say Thunder when I meant Electric? Anyway. Enough stalling. It'll be crazy if Heracross doesn't see the field at all. Do we Surf for style points and because Surf has more PP? Nice crit. Nice crit drop. Imagine thinking that Swampert could easily beat Manectric without taking damage. That's really annoying it dropped as well. Sclops. So there's no Weathermon, since we saw Weather already. I always forget. There's some of these weird ghost moves, I forget what they are. I think Pain Split is high. I think Pain Split is high risk. That rings a bell. I could see switching to Raikou. I think I just stay in and Surf though. I don't want to underestimate Dusclops. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Protect is borderline guaranteed. Might actually be guaranteed. Let me check the double team AI. The thing is, even if you know it's going to Protect, switching against Protect isn't a great idea because then Protect fails and it will force Protect to be used again on the next turn. So yeah, double team, no scoring past 70% and below. Yeah, so it's going to Protect. Yeah, low-key, this could go wrong, but my best counterplay is definitely to just stay in. Okay. That is extremely unlikely. So it must have rolled... Surely, wasn't it below half? I mean, it must have been Toxic, right? Toxic gets a chance at -3 below half. And that has a chance at +2 with Protect. So it must have dodged a -3, or maybe it was just above half. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. Dusclops 2 is an evil Pokemon. It's not great to take when it's free IV, but it's very deadly to face for a lot of teams. Okay, it's Urswing. It can't be Slow and Steady. It can't be Freddy. Do we Surf and predict being hit by Quick Claw and get the Torrent Brain Boosted Surf off? Mega Kick. I should live. It's not the band set. The band set definitely kills, and the other one definitely doesn't. No Quick Claw. I find it weird how the end of battle trigger works at the end of the turn. I know it's well established. It reminds me of the XD playthrough where I was like confused where it wasn't ending. Water. I'm already as spec'd against water as I really can be. It would be a mistake to take another electric. Freddy sent his cousin Tony Big Kick. Although it's weird to call set 1 Big Kick when set 5 is the band. Okay. It's an annoying lead. Give me a reason. I guess it could crit a Hydro Pump, right? And it could confuse Ray. God, do I stay in? That seems so lame. I kind of want to go Heracross. It's very aggressive, though. I can be T-waved easily. Like, low-key, do I just roar? Because I can deal with this later. I don't really want to test for the item. I don't really want to test for the ability. Yeah, I think I roar. It's pretty cowardly not to go Swampert, I guess. But like, Surf crit, Hydro Pump crit. Obviously, Lantern 2 I'd be fine switching into, but Lantern 2 is not going to be a pain. It's raw. Okay, but don't crit me. Okay. We were quite likely to bring out the other water. Now, this definitely is not raw. We definitely do hit this. Lapras 2 could be a bit devastating here. Okay, nice. We kill. Does that mean it was Lapras 2? What other Lapras ones know bulk? Oh, 5. 5. Okay, it could be 2 or 5. Okay. Okay, yep, that is indeed a water specialist. I'm glad Raikou is here. Is Heracross really going to do nothing? I have... After playing Arena and getting completely dumpstered by Lapras 2 being lucky, I've got newfound respect for it. Okay, so we're back to this. How many misses do I need to lose? It's actually only got 1 Hydro Pump PP left though, because you also did that on turn 1. So I guess what I can do is... No, I don't need to switch around, it's fine. I would never miss Bright Powder like 3 times in a row. It's only got 1 Pump PP left. If Pump crits, Swampert, crit Swampert. Jesus. Oh, God. Heracross. Useful. Very useful. You know what? Maybe I should have scouted the Gyarados set. I should have scouted the Gyarados set because I knew it was Lantern last. That was a big mistake, maybe. Against flying, I might not be taking it anyway, but... My gut is the stick. Like, flying, there's a lot of variety in the secondary typing of flying types. That's be Gyarados 4. To be honest, I can't figure out why that would be the case, and I've forgotten the last hint. So, it was Bright Powder Lantern. With Rain Dance. So it wasn't Gyarados 3. It also has Confuse Ray, okay. Garafol from Switch Logic. Ah, oh, true, true. True. A little bit difficult to imagine losing. I'm a little bit concerned about Heracross. But honestly, Endure Salac Reversal does do good damage to most flyings, even if they do resist it. It's also good cleanup. Ice Beam into that. Thunderbolt into that. There's no Gliscor in Gen 3. It's Lapras, which I'm half thinking about taking. Like, Lapras 2 would be pretty good. Because I'm not that concerned about Zapdos. The problem with Lapras is that Lapras 5 is awful. Lapras 5 is a really bad set. Let's stick. I think the fatigue actually means that I probably should just try and hurry up. And not waste time on a decision it probably doesn't matter. Try and save the energy for the actual fight. 0. Very likely to be 4. Very, very likely to be 4. Just focus band, that's about it. I just kill this. Don't you dare focus band me. Okay. It's a very good start to the battle. Okay. It is possible the third Pokemon is also flying. Sediments coming in does mean that it's more likely than not to be an Earthquake Sediments. The Earthquake Sediments also all have high risk, right? The Facade is high risk. But you didn't. Oh no. I'm losing it. I'm definitely losing it. 3 hours in. It could have been 404. The real question is, do I Thunderbolt or do I Thunder Wave? I think I probably Thunder Wave. Thunderbolt is only good if I crit. And I don't really want to... I don't really want to trigger that. I think it's Thunder Wave every time. The special sets are not a threat for Swampert, so I'm not worried about Lum. Yeah, let's Thunder Wave. Well, I could actually Roar, but I think it's better to Wave. Okay, that's not unexpected. So we'll just go for the Ice Beam. It's just Bright Powder pretty much. Okay. It is possible that it was Fearow. It was not a high risk Fearow, and therefore the final one is also high risk. Yeah, Bright Powder wouldn't activate twice in the stream, true. How is Registeel? Like, how many times has Registeel appeared? It was in the draft. I took it. It appeared multiple times on 147 to 154. It appeared earlier against Swampert. Like, if this is Registeel 1 or 2... Because we've seen 1 and 2 multiple already this stream, I think. I'm not afraid of... Because it's the last Mon, I'm not afraid of Registeel 3 doing Quick Claw, Explosion after counter. So I think I just Earthquake. The worst thing that could happen is... Registeel 4 and 5 double team spam. There's no way. Like, what? Registeel 1. The protagonist. The Reggies are pretty good for the Frontier. Reggie Rock, not great. But usable in the factory when offered. I can't believe it was Registeel 1 again. That's so weird. Registeel 1 had a chance to kill me earlier. It couldn't be Registeel 2 because of Bright Powder. It could have been Celements 3, right? But yeah, I know what you mean. Okay. This was a successful stream. I'm just really tired after work into streaming. I am very happy, and I'm very grateful for everybody tuned in. It's a bit overwhelming. I'm not used to having a big crowd. It's tricky. I'm sorry about the chat messages I missed along the way. I might go back and see if there are any important messages in the stream VOD. But yeah, thanks for watching. I think what I'll do is I'll do like maybe 2 YouTube streams a month or something. I don't know. I'll see how successful they are. I don't want to overdo it. I want them to be like special events, but I'll mostly be streaming on Twitch because I have a lot of grinding to do on Tower and stuff. I think Registeel 4 is the scariest one in Gen 4. No, I think the scariest one in Gen 4 is probably Gliscor 3. Gliscor 3 or I guess maybe Rhydon 4. Rhydon 4 in both gens. It's basically the same Pokemon in terms of what it threatens. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I won't drag it out. I do have to go to sleep. I'm going to try and get a video out for Sunday. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, cool. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.